You turn a simple "hi" into 3 hours of analysis. A straightforward sentence becomes a complex riddle, and you call that depth. There is a silent trap hidden inside intelligence itself. The more sophisticated the mind, the more skilled it becomes at turning the obvious into the complicated, the direct into something coded, the simple into a labyrinth with no apparent exit. Someone says, "I need some time." The sentence is clear, but your mind doesn't accept clarity that easily. It needs to dig for layers, search for subtext, create branches of meaning that may never have existed in the original intention of the speaker. What was direct communication becomes an object of study. You analyze tone, context, history, possible interpretations. You build parallel scenarios of what it might really mean. And the more intelligent you are, the more convincing these mental constructions become. Because intelligence isn't just the ability to understand, it's also the ability to elaborate, to connect distant dots, to see patterns where others see randomness. But that same skill, when left unchecked, turns against you and transforms everything into a philosophical problem. An average person hears, "I'll be late," and simply adjusts their plans. You hear the same sentence, and you're already calculating probabilities, reviewing past interactions, looking for signs that the delay is a symptom of something bigger, deeper, more revealing. A sophisticated mind has a brutal difficulty with simplicity. It's been trained to go beyond the surface, to question the obvious, to reject easy answers. And that's valuable in many contexts. But in human relationships, it's often self-destructive. You enter the labyrinth thinking you're being careful, analytical, profound. You're really just protecting yourself from the vulnerability of accepting things as they are, without extra layers of meaning that give you the illusion of control over what can't be controlled, other people's feelings. Because if you can crack the hidden code, map all the variables, anticipate every possible outcome, maybe you can avoid being caught off guard. Maybe you can shield yourself from the pain of discovering that not everything has an elaborate explanation, and that sometimes things are exactly what they seem. The labyrinth grows with every thought. One fork leads to another, every corridor opens new interpretive possibilities, and you at the center of this complex mental architecture believe you're getting closer to the truth, but you're only moving further away from it. The truth often is uncomfortably simple. "I'm tired" means exactly that. "I need to be alone" doesn't hide rejection. "I'll think about it" isn't code for never. But accepting simplicity requires something sophisticated thinking hates, letting go of control over the narrative. So you stay in the labyrinth, analyzing, dissecting, theorizing. You impress yourself with the depth of the connections you can make, but you lose more and more of the real experience, the human interaction that happens outside your head, in the world where people usually mean exactly what they say. And the irony is that you use intelligence to avoid emotional intelligence. Because emotional intelligence would ask you to trust without fully understanding, to accept without mapping every variable, to relate to uncertainty without trying to solve the mystery before living it. Sophisticated thinking isn't wisdom when it complicates what should be simple. It's fear disguised as depth, insecurity dressed up as critical analysis, a need for control masquerading as a search for truth. Leaving the labyrinth doesn't mean abandoning intelligence. It means using it with discernment, recognizing when it serves genuine understanding and when it's just feeding anxiety.